so that I don't throw it away. Yes.
Reading from Chaitanya Bhagavat, Madhyakanda chapter 10. This is a continuation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Shatapraharya Mahaprakash Leela. And yesterday we heard about Vishwambar. He called one devotee, Murari Gupta. He said, "Please, you come forward." And he came forward and stood before the Lord at some distance. And then Vishwambar, Lord Chaitanya, he showed to to Murari Gupta, he showed his form as Ramchandra. Ramchandra, Lakshman, Sita, all were seen there. And then Murari Gupta fainted and he came to consciousness and he saw himself there also as Hanuman. So this is text 16, chapter 10. Janakira charane karaha namaskar, jara dukkha deki tumi kandila apar. Vishwambar said, "Murari, offer your obeisances at the feet of Sita Devi, whose distress made you cry profusely. Chaitanyara vakye gupta chaitanya paila, Dekhiya sakala preme kandite lagila." Upon hearing Lord Chaitanya's words, Murari regained his consciousness. Seeing that manifestation, he began to cry. Shuksha kashta draveshuni guptarer krandan visheshe dravila sabha bhagavatagan. Upon hearing Murari Gupta cry, even dry wood melted. And the hearts of the devotees especially melted. Punarapi murarire ambale Vishwambar Jaitamara abhimata magilahabhar. Vishwambar again said to Murari, "Ask for any benediction you desire." So this is the general course of events, and that the devotee will worship the Lord life after life, and at some time, some point, he may be granted darshan of his Ishtadev, Sakshat darshan. And then the Lord will test the devotee, as I mentioned the other day. Many tests we receive before we have darshan. And even at the time of receiving darshan, there is also tests given. The Lord dangles a carrot in front of the devotee. "Here, you want a benediction? Take a benediction. You want a heavenly planet? You want a kingdom? You want wealth, position, power? What do you want?" "No, my Lord, please." And Prahlad Maharaj is saying in the 7th canto, "My Lord, what are you trying to do? You're making me a businessman. I don't care anything for myself. I only care for the fallen people, the unfortunate people that are bereft of Krishna consciousness. I care for them." So again, it's a standard It's always going on the same way. The devotee is called before the Lord interacts with the devotee, then he offers a benediction. We see, now it's Murari's turn. So he's asking, take a benediction. And then invariably every devotee responds the same way. So when we come before the Lord and we are tested, how will we respond? Will we remember Kulavesha Sridhar? And will we remember Prahlad Maharaj and Murari Gupta and respond like they did? Or will we say, yes, will we go for it? When the Lord offers us a grandiose benediction, will we simply say, yes, it looks good, it sounds good, I'll take that. The testing. Murari bhalaye Prabhu ara nahi chan, hena kara Prabhu jena tora gunagan. Murari Gupta replied, O Lord, I do not want anything. Simply allow me to sing your glories. Because Murari was actually, he would take part in the kirtan parties also in Navadvip and also in Puri. He was a kirtan person. He said, listen, all I want is gunagan. I just want to glorify your qualities, sing about your qualities. Jai te tani prabhu kini janma nahi mor, tatai tatai jena smriti haya tor. O Lord, I may take birth anywhere, but wherever I take birth, let me always remember you. Janma janma tamara jay sabha prabhu das, tas sabara sange jena haya moravas. Let me reside in the association of your servants birth after birth. Tumi Prabhu Munidas, Iha nahi jata, Hena satya kara Prabhu, na feliha tata, saparshade tumi jata, karavatar, tatai tatai dasa haiba, haiba tumar. O Lord Vishwambar, do not put me in a condition in which you are not my master, and I am not your servant. May I always remain your servant, wherever you and your associates incarnate. These are the very submissive and selfless prayers of the devotee coming before the Lord. Vishwambar and Murari Gupta in Mayapur, Shiva Sangam, 500 years ago. And the entire commentary of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati is a string of various prayers from Mukundamala Stotra, from Bhagavatam, Narada Pancharatra, Vishnu Puran, where different devotees are praying in a similar way. So I thought we would read this entire purport because it drives home the point. It reinforces the point that this is the way to go. This is the way to pray. It's an attitude shaper. Our attitude becomes shaped by hearing the content of these prayers repetitively. The idea is repeated over and over again. The feeling, the mood, the approach, the demand, the response. So the very profound prayers, all simply expansions of the same prayer that Murari spoke before Lord Vishwambar when Vishwambar offered him a benediction. He said, I don't mind taking birth after birth, but I do mind not being with your devotees. I want to be in the association of your devotees. And as far as what I will do in those subsequent births which I may take, I simply want to sing your glories. Tomara Gunagan, sing the glories of your qualities and attributes. That's all I want, to glorify you. Satatam kirtiyanto mam, Krishna says in Gita, always chant my glories. This is what he demands, this is what he wants. And the devotee wants what the Lord wants. Satatam kirtiyanto mam yatantascha dridavrata. So the Lord is demanding and requesting this. Always chant my glories. And the devotee is responding by saying, yes, that's what I want. I want to always chant your glories. Then he says, don't put me in a condition don't put me in any condition where I become the master. Make sure wherever you put me that I will become das, 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 and a das, servant of the servant of the servant. So these prayers that are given in Siddhanta Saraswati's Tika. As Mahaprabhu was about to award Murari a benediction, Murari said, I have no desire other than your service, birth after birth. May I not forget you and fall into some other state of consciousness in any lifetime. May I be able to serve you in every lifetime. May my intelligence not be diverted from your service. So this is Siddhanta Saraswati's rewording of Murari Gupta's prayer, basically the same idea. And then to reinforce that concept of petition to the Lord and begging for service, then he quotes from Mukunda Mala Stotram. O Lord Mukunda, I bow down my head to your Lordship and respectfully ask you to fulfill this one desire of mine. Then each of my future births I will, by your Lordship's mercy, always remember and never forget your lotus feet. O my Lord, I have no attachment for religiosity, which means dharma, or for accumulating wealth, art, or for enjoying sense gratification, kam. Let these come as they inevitably must, in accordance with my past deeds. But I do pray for this most cherished and desirable boon, birth after birth. Let me render unflinching devotional service unto your two lotus feet. O Lord, killer of the demon Naraka, let me reside either in the realm of the demigods, in the world of human beings, or in hell, as you please. I pray only that at the point of death I may remember your two lotus feet, whose beauty defies that of the lotus growing in the Sharat season. The Sharat season is fall, the fall time. So the water is very clear in the lakes at that time, and the sun is very not too hot, not too cold. So the lotus thrives in that weather. Because when the sun is too hot, of course the lotus likes it, but if it's too hot, it wilts. The petals wilt even though they open. So the Sharat season, the fall season, Sharat Purnima, Rasa Purnima, the Maharas dance is Sharat Purnima, is very soothing sunshine. And lotus enjoys that sunshine, opens up and doesn't get burned. The petals of the lotus don't get burned by the intense sunshine. So he's comparing that your beauty is like that of a lotus growing in the Sharat season. Oh Madhav, and also the color. If you have a pink lotus or a red lotus, and usually they're pink color, they're kind of richer color. The color of the lotus is much richer in Sharat season, much deeper. So Krishna's feet, because if you compare Krishna's lotus feet, his Padma Charan, or Charana Komala Charan, whatever, his Kamal, his lotus feet, if you compare it to some other season, then his feet would be pale in color. They wouldn't be so red, so pinkish. So he's specifying what season, a lotus from what season. O Madhav, please do not let me even glance at those whose pious credits are so depleted that they have no devotion for your lotus feet. It's simply by seeing the face of someone we gain piety or we lose piety. If we see a religious person, then we gain piety, we gain punya. If we see a materialistic person, then we lose piety, we lose some punya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Chaitanya Bhagavat, it said that when he was walking around Navadvip, whenever he saw the face of a materialistic person, this is in his Grihastha Lila, then he would jump in the Ganga. He would jump in the Ganga with his chadar and dhoti, everything, jump in to minimize and to counteract the contamination of seeing the face of a lusty person. So sometimes we've joked, you probably heard before, but if we use that standard of behavior, then we would jump in the Ganga and never come out. Because if the standard is, if you see the face of a lusty person, then you better jump in the Ganga. Well, that's all you're going to see if you go to Calcutta or Delhi or whatever. So many lusty people. So you better go to Howrah at Calcutta and jump in the Ganga and have a straw and just breathe your air through the straw, the pipe, you say pipe, while you're underneath the water, to avoid seeing the face of the non-devotee. So it is a fact, and we were mentioning someone went to England recently. So he said, just to see those people and breathe that air and drink that water and walk on that land, you're collecting so many sins. Because it's Papa Bhumi. And this is Punya Bhumi. The air is pure here. We're breathing. The air we're breathing is the exhalation of the rishis. They exhale and we inhale. It's a very special atmosphere. Punya Bhumi means many things. It's Punya Hawa. It's Punya Earth. The earth is pious. The water is pious. All the water basically can be traced out to Ganga or Jamuna. Underground borings are basically Ganga or Jamuna. Oh Madhav, please do not let me glance at those whose pious credits are so depleted that they have no devotion for your lotus feet. Please do not let me be distracted from listening to the worthy narrations of your pastimes and become interested in other topics. Please, O Lord of the universe, let me pay no attention to those who avoid thinking of you, and let me never be unable to serve you in some menial way birth after birth. O enemy of Madhu and Kaitog, O Lord of the universe, the perfection of my life and the most cherished mercy you could show me would be for you to consider me the servant of 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 your servant. That's what it says. This is from Mukundamala Stotram. So that's das, 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 das anadas. That's really 100 times removed. Really downline das. You're really down, it's really down the line there. In Bhagavatam 7.10.6 it stated, Aham tvakamas tvad bhaktas tumcha swamyanu pashraya nanyate havayor arto rajas sevakayorya. O my Lord, I am your unmotivated servant, and you are my eternal master. There is no need of our being anything other than master and servant. You are naturally my master, and I am naturally your servant. We have no other relationship. The great devotee Hanuman prayed, Bhavabandha chide tasye, sprihayami na mukteye, bhavan prabhuraham das, iti jatra vilupyate. Hanuman said, I do not wish to take liberation or to merge in the Brahman effulgence, where the conception of being a servant of the Lord is completely lost. Narada Panchatra, Dharmartha kama moksheshu, necha mama kadachana, tatpada pankajasyado, jivatam diyatam mama. I do not want any of the 4 desirable stations or positions of human life: dharma, art, kama, moksha, religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, or liberation. I simply want to engage as a servant of the lotus feet of the Lord. In Shikshastakam, Lord Chaitanya prays, Nadanana janana sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye mama janmani janmanishvare bhavatad bhaktirahoitaki tvayi. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor to enjoy beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. What I want only is the causeless mercy of your devotional service in my life, birth after birth. Vishnu Puran says, Natayoni sahasreshu yeshu yeshu brajamyaham teshu teshu achuta bhaktir achutastu sadatvayi. O my Lord, even if I wander throughout the universe in thousands of different species of life, may I always have unflinching devotion to you. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati has collected this stavavali, this series of prayers, stavavali, a row of or a series of prayers to bring out this point of the utter humility and submission of the pure devotee before his Lord. And he doesn't have there's no calculation or there's no calculation or consideration that, I want to go back home, back to Godhead. And this is seen throughout all the Bhagavatam or any scripture. Mukunda Mala Stotram was quoted, Vishnu Puran, Bhagavat Puran, Narada Pancharatra. Everywhere you find the same mode of praying, the same mood of devotion. That the Bhakta, the Vishnu Bhakta, Ram Krishna Bhakta, they don't have any idea that I want out. Let me out of here. I want liberation. This Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi, this cycle, Samsara Chakra, this cycle of birth and death is undesirable. It's unpalatable and distasteful, and I don't want it. I don't derive any pleasure here. I feel so much suffering, so much klesh. Hari Bhautika klesh, Hari Daivika, Hari Atmika klesh. I am suffering. Please release me from my suffering. I want emancipation, freedom from Durga's prison. Durga, difficult moving. Durga, this prison of the material world. I want out. I don't want birth or death or old age, disease. I only want to serve Krishna with these conditions. I only want to serve you, Krishna, as long as you bring me back home, back to Godhead. But we don't find that type of bargaining mood in the recitations and prayers of any Vaishnava, past or present, anywhere. Because this type of idea is selfish. It is not surrendered. It is me-centered and not God-centered. You see that so much the continuum of the Vandanam, there's a thread of similarity through all the prayers, whether there's prayers by bhaktas in Satyuga, or prayers by bhaktas in Treta Yuga, or Dwapar Yuga. It's the point I'm making that throughout all the ages, whenever devotees offer prayers to the Lord, they never ask, please, my Lord, release me from my suffering, reduce my suffering, and bring me back to Godhead. Back home, back to Godhead. The theme is always the same. Wherever you want to place me, fine. If you want Janma Janma Hoy, you want to give me birth after birth, Bhaktivinoda's prayers, Narottam's prayers, Narada's prayers, Hanuman's prayers, the Alvar's prayers, every bhakta is praying the same way. They're always saying Janma Janma. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the ideal bhakta. On one level he's the ideal bhakta. He's also praying. And that verse is cited here. Nadanana Janana Sundaram. Mama Janmani Janmani. Mama Janmani Janmani Ishvare Bhavatad Bhakti Hoitikhitai. He's saying Janmani Janmani. Birth after birth. What do I want? To go back to Godhead? No, he's not saying that. He's saying, I simply want seva. That's all. So if we have some of this tinge, the reason we hear these prayers, study these prayers, repeat these prayers, is to remove any non-devotional mood and conceptions within ourselves. Because all of us have a good dose of emancipation spirit within us. I want out. I want to free myself from this suffering. Yes, Krishna, I want to engage in your eternal loving service with these conditions. That you take me to Vaikuntha, or you take me to Brajadam, and give me my Siddhadeha or whatever, and then I'll happily, gladly serve you day and night, das anodas. But there's some conditions. It's conditional, because there's a good dose of selfishness in such an attitude. But really, the Mahajans in their prayers are trying to say, this is how we think, and this is how we approach the Lord. We come before the Lord, and numerous accounts of devotees come before the Lord. And he has Dhruva, Prahlad, and here it's Kolavesha Sridhar, and Murari Gupta. They come before Bhagavan. And he says, yes, I'm so pleased with your services you've rendered, with your love, your surrender, your submission, and your attitude. Now please take a benediction from me. I want to give you a benediction. Please take this. No. And then what is the response? No, I don't want this benediction. Always the same. So the same as what's going on in Srimad Bhagavatam, The same is going on in Chaitanya Bhagavat. The same standard or trend, although the names change, and instead of being Krishna or Ram, now it's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is also Krishna and Ram. Instead of Hanuman, it's Murari Gupta. Instead of Madhamangal, it's Kulavesha Sridhar. So these is their different identities, but they're teaching. All the Lord, Bhagavan and his bhaktas, they come into this world to teach. They have their own confidential internal reasons. Their antarkaran, their internal reasons and causes for coming here, to relish rasa with their devotees. And that's the primary reason. But ostensibly they're also teaching. The devotees are teaching. Whom? Who are they teaching? They're teaching the aspiring devotees. We are the aspiring devotees. The pure devotees, the parishads, they come to teach us. Think like this, pray like this, desire like this, hanker like this. Do as we do. This is Mahajana Yena Kata Sapanta. Mahajana Pant. The path of the Mahajans. The great teachers. So this is so the lessons we should learn. We should examine our hearts. And what is our motivation? Are we salvationists, as Siddhanta Saraswati used to say? Are we salvationists or are we imaginationists? Do we have an imaginary conception? We receive some easy initiation and by the power of our imagination we project ourselves into Nitya Lila without sufficient adhikar or the proper seva bhav in an artificial way. It's called imaginationists. Imaginates kalpana bhav. Or are we liberationists or salvationists? We simply want salvation. Oh, I've had it. This married life, this being a woman, this woman's body is terrible, this man's body, there's so much suffering, and I agree there's suffering. Oh, and you say you chant Hare Krishna, you can go back to God and back home and get out an eternal life of bliss and knowledge. Oh, very good. Very, very good proposal. I'll sign up. Let me have one insurance policy, Vaikuntha life insurance policy. And then we come in the fold of Sadhu Sangha, and then we start to understand, wait a minute, prema is the ticket to the spiritual world. And what is the nature of prema? It is the utmost and absolute surrender and dedication to the center, to Krishna and Radha and Gauranga and me. And I'm I'm a straw in the ocean of their mercy. They can take one wave and throw me this way or that way. A straw has no separate interest. He moves according to the waves. The waves can throw him up or throw him down or throw him together with some other straws or cast him on the beach and let him dry out in the hot sun or bring the straw back into the ocean to be wet and soaked with water. He has no independent decision on his movements. The straw, the trina, the grass floating on the waves of the ocean, he moves. So the devotee, the Shuddha Bhakta, he's cast by the waves of the Lord's will, his Ichcha. Go up, go down, go here, go there. This is we use these phrases, Atma Samarpan, Guru Samarpan, Mantan, Dan, Guru Samarpan. With my body, mind, words, I worship, I dedicate completely Samyak Arpana, everything to Guru Seva. But actually we say it, but do we mean it? Have we realized it? Do we feel it? And I'm using we there. I'm not saying you because I'm not in any position to be condescending. I'm rather on the lower part. So we are so much in this mood of wanting some reward. This idea of what do I get out of it? What's the profit margin, as they say in business? What's the profit margin? If I invest this much, what do I get? Oftentimes people come, well, if I perform devotional service and bhakti, what do I get? Oh, you get more service. Acha. The result of doing bhakti, yes, you do nice devotion in the temple and very enthusiastic. Oh, and the temple commander will say, oh, I want to reward you because you're doing such nice service. Now do 5 hours more service. Huh? I'm already doing 8 hours service a day, non-stop, just running here, there, everything. I know, and everyone's so happy with your enthusiasm and your surrendered mood. Now, because you're such a surrendered servant, we'll give you 5 more hours of service. Now you have 13 hours a day of steady service. Acha? This is the reward I get? What, no big like Maha plate or maybe like an AC room or some little facility, no? No facility. Just we will extract from you more and more seva. We will squeeze you and wring you out. So there's nothing left in you but seva. So there's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. There's a seva. And if you look into the prospectus of the spiritual world, what is the description there of the residents? They're serving 24 hours a day. The most intimate, exalted devotees of the Lord are the Braja Gopis. The other servitors, Yashoda, Nanda Baba, Rohini, Kalimba, Danishta, the house servants, Sridham, Subal, and Raktak, Patrak, all the different classes of dasas or dasis, or the friends, or the parents, they all get a chance to sleep. They all get a chance to rest in the night. They tuck Krishna into bed at 9:30, right? Anisha Leela. And then they go off to sleep. And then Krishna, yes, good night, Janani, good night, Mother Yashoda. Oh, Nandalal, oh, Yashoda Nanda. Then Krishna closes his eyes, then after about 10 minutes, and then he goes to the Kadama tree with his murli, right, 1 meter long, and he starts playing, ooh, Radha, Lalita, Vishaka, Tungavidya, Rangadevi, ow, Sakyon, ow, come to Vamshivat for us. So this is, so all night Krishna it's called Ashtakaliya Leela. Morning, noon, night, all throughout the day and night. And Krishna's moving and demanding service and loving exchanges. And the gopis are right with him like his shadow. When he's with the coward boys, the acharyas say he only takes the cows out during the day to give an excuse to get out of the house to meet the gopis. And Rupa Goswami explains in Stavavali that Krishna, Kaishor Safala, Gopi Ratri Krida, Dina Ratri Krida. He says the Safal, the fruit of his youth, Kaishor Safal, is Rati Krida. Ratri, Dinko Ratri, Rati Krida. The fruit of Krishna's youth is simply to enjoy intimate pastimes with the Braja Gopis day and night. This is Padyavali, Rupa Goswami. So Krishna, he is this type of demanding master. Gopinath, the Lord, the master. And the gopis are those surrendered servitors, the Param Vaishnavis. They're the greatest devotees. Ashlishivam parvatam panashtamam adarshanam mamatam karotuva yata tatava vidadanti lampato mat prananata susaiva naparaha. 24 hours a day seva. This distinguishes the gopis. Not that they're the gopis and they dance in the ras at Leela and they're on the Julan. No, the 24 hours a day they're serving. And they curse their eye if their eyes don't see Krishna for a second, they curse the Creator. This Vidata, Providence Brahma, he's a fool, Bagal, Murk. We don't know the art of creation. Why don't you give us Minakshi? You should give us the eyes of a fish. Min, Aksh, Ak. Minakshi, no eyelids. Fish always has his eyes open. No eyelids. So in South India there's Minakshi temple. Parvati, Maharani, Meenakshi. Radharani, one of her 1,000 names is Meenakshi because her eyes are always very, like these little fish, they move very fast. Here, there. Chanchal. So Radharani's eyes are, another name for Radharani is Chanchalakshi. Chanchalakshi or Meenakshi. Doesn't Meenakshi, Meenakshi, fish eyes, ooh. Her eyes are slippery or slimy, stinky. No. It's the lakshana. It's the characteristic of her behavior. Her eyes have the quality, exhibit one of the qualities or attributes of a fish, which is rapid movement, unpredictable movement, this way, that way. Krishna kahan, Krishna kahan. Where is my Krishna? Very fast, so fast. Chanchalakshi. The scene is Srivasangam, and this is the Shata Praharya Mahaprakash Leela of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is chapter 10, the conclusion of that Leela. And Lord Chaitanya is interacting and showing his Aishvarya Roop, Vaikuntha Nath to his various devotees, showing their particular Ishta, or Ishtadev. So when Sridhar, Kulavesha Sridhar was called up by the Lord is sitting on the Singhasan in Srivas Thakur's house, and there's two murtis there, one murti of Narayan and Vishnu. They're standing there, and sitting at their feet is Lord Chaitanya, Vishwambar, on the Singhasan. He's a talking murti. He's talking. The other ones they're there on either side, flanking him, and so many shalagrams nearby. And he called Kulavesha Sridhar. And then what forms did he show Kulavesha Sridhar? He showed Krishna in Vrindavan, because Kulavesha Sridhar is Madhamangal, Batu, Kusumasava. He showed him Krishna and he showed Balaram. Right? So now he calls Murari Gupta and he shows Ramchandra. And when Murari Gupta looks at the Singhasan, he doesn't see Vishwambar, Chaitanya, he sees Sita and Sumitra and Bharat and Krishna, Ram and Sita. And then he sees Hanuman. And he sees Hanuman, that's me. And boom. And he falls unconscious. And then this discussion, he offers some prayers, and the Lord offers him benedictions, and he says, I don't want anything. I simply want your seva, birth after birth. So now, text 25. Prabhu Bale Satya Satya E Bharadila Maha Jaya Dwani Tatikshane Hoila. When Vishwambar said, I certainly must grant you this benediction, Murari. At that time, he said, certainly I must grant you this benediction, which is the benediction that he asked for, is that may I always, birth after birth, be in the association of your devotees and singing your glories, gunagan, singing your glorious attributes. All I want, anywhere, I can take birth anywhere, on any planet, in any situation, any form, as long as I can be in the association of your devotees and to glorify you. And then Vishwambar said, I certainly must grant you this benediction, Murari. At that time, he said, certainly I must grant you this benediction, which is the benediction that he asked for, is that may I always, birth after birth, be in the association of your devotees and singing your glories, gunagan, singing your glorious attributes. All I want, anywhere, I can take birth anywhere, on any planet, in any situation, any form, as long as I can be in the association of your devotees and to glorify you. And then responding to that, Lord Vishwambar says, yes, I will grant you this benediction. And when Lord Chaitanya said that, basically he was saying, Tatastu, Bhavatu. Then all the other 250 devotees that were there, they said, Jai, Jai, Jai. There was great Jaya Dwani, Maha Jaya Dwani, Tatak Shane Hoila. Immediately, Shane means in a moment. Maha Dwani. And they all said, Jai, Jai. It was great jubilation and joy. They were rejoicing. All the devotees were rejoicing over the wonderful benediction that was received by their fellow devotee, by Murari Gupta. And they were rejoicing over what a wonderful selection. What did he ask for? He didn't ask for a kingdom or anything of this world. Simply let me be with the devotees, singing the glories of the Lord in any place, in any birth, or in many births, repeatedly. Murarira pratisabha vaishnavera prita sarvabhute kripaluta Murari charita. All the Vaishnavas had great affection for Murari, who is by nature merciful to all living entities. Sarva Bhute Kripaluta. Sarvabhuta, all living entities, he was Kripalu. Kripalu. He was very merciful, kind, and distributing his mercy in different ways to different living entities. Food for the animals, shiksha for the human beings, teaching, different types of distribution of mercy. And you see that Vaishnavas, if they live in a place, in a country or somewhere they have a fixed place, they distribute their mercy. To the children they give prasadam, and to others they give advice, and to birds and animals they distribute prasadam. They make arrangement to distribute prasadam to the birds and animals. And this way they act as servitors of the Lord, to distribute the love of the Lord. Jete stana murarir jadi sangahai se stana sarvatirtha Sri Vaikuntamaya. If Murari was associated with any place, that place became as sanctified as Vaikuntha. Jete stan Murari jadi sangahai se stan sarvatirtha sarva Vaikuntamaya. So wherever he stayed, wherever he went, he turned that place into a holy place, Tirth. And that place became like Vaikuntha, Sri Vaikunta. And of course, this is 500 years ago. So in the most recent history, our Srila Prabhupada, he was traveling around the world with his holy feet, touching so many cities of Malechas and Yavanas, and benedicting them with his feet and his glance and his teachings, and turning so many places into holy places. And it's very interesting where we're all sitting right now. Not everyone may know, but on the ancient maps of this place, of course, it's known as Sant Nagar. And during the times of the Muslim times, this was a place where many Shaivites stayed, many Ramanandi sadhus, and many Vaishnavas stayed here on all these hills. This was the boondocks, or the jungle area of Delhi. It's called Sant. Sant means saintly person, sadhu, Sant Nagar. And there were no buildings here, it was all jungle. And they would all stay up on the top of this hill doing tapa and yagya and puja and mantra. And they would look from this hill, because on a clear day, even now you can see Takatoria or whatever, you can see so far on the top of this hill by the Shiv Mandir. You can see very far, many kilometers. That's even now when it's so polluted. So they would stay here on this Sant Nagar, on this hill, this hilly area, and they would look towards Old Delhi, because that's the northern direction. And they would look in that direction towards the Himalayas and do their meditation. But they were blessing the people of Old Delhi, the Sant Nagar. So they, among themselves, they gave names to the different places. Just like our Rupa and Sanatan, when they grew up in Bangladesh or East Bengal in Ramkeli, they gave names to the different places where they played. There would be a lake somewhere. This is when they were young children, before they met Lord Chaitanya. They would call, this lake is Manasi Ganga, this is Radha Kund, this is Sham Kund. They spiritualized the place and gave it all these names. So the sants that were living here 300 years ago, the saints, the sadhus, they called this hill that they were living on, they call, as we are saying, this is Hare Krishna Hill. But they called it Govardhan Hill. Sigiraj Dharan Ki, Govardhan Nath Ki. And this is text 28. Murarira Prabhava Bhalati Shaktikar, Murarira Valava Prabhu Sarva Avatar. Who can describe the glories of Murari? The Prabhav, Bhalati Shaktikar. In every incarnation, the Lord was the dear friend of Murari. Murari Vallabha, Prabhu Sarva Avatar. I mean, the Bengali is saying one thing, and the English is saying another thing. So the translator, since this is a very nice translation, but if we see the word for word, we can see some very beautiful meanings here. And we have Gopijana Vallabha, Giri Varadhari. Vallabha means the beloved, the most dearest, intimate friend of mine is my Vallabh. So it's like we have Radha Vallabh Mandir, very ancient temple in Vrindavan. Murari Vallabh, Prabhu Sara Avatar. When Prabhu comes, Mahaprabhu or Rasaraj, Sri Krishna, or Mahaprabhu, Lord Chaitanya, when he comes, or as Ramchandra, then Murari is his Vallabh, his dearmost beloved servitor, heart-to-heart beloved servitor, Murari Vallabh. And here it says, in every incarnation, the Lord was the dear friend of Murari. Murari Vallabh is dear friend means Bandhu, Mitra, Surit. But Vallabha is much deeper degree than that. A Vallabha. Vallabha is very, very intimate, very, very heartly friend. And then, who can describe the glories of Murari? It says, is Murari Prabhav, Baladi Shaktikar. His Shakti. What is his Shakti? Bhakti Shakti. Kalai Kalar Dharma. Krishna Nam Sankirtan. Krishna Shakti Bina Nahi. Tara Pravartan. Pravartan, you cannot establish Nam Sankirtan unless you have Krishna Shakti. Krishna Shakti means Sarup Shakti. Ladini Shakti. Samvit Shakti. Transcendental knowledge and love. The power of love. The power of transcendental knowledge. Paramarthik Gyan. So, Murari is this type of person. That he has this Shakti. He has this wonderful Bhakti Shakti. The expansion, the amps. Bhakti is the expansion of Radharani. And then he had Prabhav. Prabhav means influence. There's nothing more influential than love. Prabhav, Sadhu Prabhav, the influence of the persuasive quality. There's nothing more influential than love. Love changes whole nations. The power of some leader falls in love with a princess from another country, then the whole country goes to war. So Murari Gupta he is Dasya Bhav Hanuman. He's in love with Lord Ram. Such an intimate connection. Lord Ram sits on his back. That's intimate. Very physically intimate. Someone sits on your back and you take them for a ride. And your tail becomes the parasol. Hanuman held his tail above the Lord as a chhatra, umbrella. And his body became the asan, a very comfortable, furry singhasan. Hanuman has a body of fur. He's a bandhur. Very, very warm asan, very soft to the touch. And he could shape his back according to how Ram wanted to sit. And he'd fly through the air with Ram on his back. That's Vallabh, Murari Vallabh, Hanuman Vallabh. Such intimacy, such sweetness. So this is Ram Leela. So in every incarnation, the Lord was the Vallabh, the dear friend of Murari. Thakur Chaitanya Bale, Shuna Sarvajan, Sakrit Murari Ninda, Kare Jay Jana, Koti Ganga Snane Tara, Nahika Nistar, Ganga Hari Name Tara, Kariva Samhar. Lord Chaitanya said, listen everyone, all Shuniye, Sab Bhakti Log, Shuniye, Vaishnav. Listen everyone. Anyone who blasphemes Murari will never be delivered, even if he takes 1,000,000 births in the Ganga. Neither the Ganga nor the holy names of Hari will nullify his sins. Because in some Puranas it says in Kali Yuga the Lord appears in 3 forms. In the form of Ganga, in the form of Dharu Brahman, Ganga, and the holy name. So Ganga is considered to be very Charanamrita of the Lord and gives access to the divine, to divinity through the Ganga Kripa. So Dharu Brahman means Jagannath. There's a speciality. Of course, Jagannath is there in every age. Very ancient deity. It's timeless deity throughout all ages, Satya Treta Dwapara, according to Skanda Puran. But in Kali Yuga, these especially emphasized the influence of Jagannath. And we see, don't we see it practically? That Srila Prabhupada has introduced Jagannath everywhere. And Jagannath Mahaprasadam everywhere. And so many people in Russia and China and everywhere, they're becoming influenced and changed their hearts when this very strange form of Bhagavan comes rolling down the street on his Rath cart. Jagannath Balaram Subhadra. What is it? What is it? Is it an E.T. extraterrestrial? It's an effigy, an icon, a murti, a deity. It's a statue, it's a puppet. It's Brahman, it's Kali Bhairav with funny long arms, but she's smiling. Usually Kali Bhairav is not smiling. She's about all skulls around her neck, but he has all lotus garlands around his neck and a beautiful smile, Rakta Adhara, beautiful red lips, and these wide open eyes. He seems, whatever he is, whoever he is, he looks blissful, or it looks blissful. It looks whatever it is, or he is, or whatever it is. That thing looks happy. Have a happy day. Right? They have these little stickers in America. Have a happy day. Smile. Sometimes. Whatever it or he or it is, I am intrigued, I'm attracted, I'm captivated. I have to follow this chariot to where it goes. And it goes to some Pandal program. And there's prasadam, and there's kirtan, there's entertainment, and there's dance, and there's devotees, and it's a whole cultural experience, and it sweeps me away to another world. Vaikuntha Prapti, at least for a few hours. And this is the transforming effect of Jagannath. So therefore, Chaitanya Charitamrita is saying, the Lord appears in 3 forms, in the Kali Yuga, Dharo, Brahman, Ganga, and Holy Name. And of course, Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna Soda Mo Bhagate Dharma Ginadivi Saha. Krishna left to his Dham and took his Dham with him. His Prakat Dham left, but he left. He entered into the page of the Srimad Bhagavatam, and Srimad Bhagavatam is the same as Chaitanya Bhagavat. So there's a warning by Lord Chaitanya. Listen, don't blaspheme, because there is no salvation, there is no redemption. You cannot be redeemed even by millions of Ganga baths, or even by the holy names of Hari. Harinam will not work. Ganga Harinam Tare Kariba Samhar. Nahika Nistar. No chance for Nistar, Mukti, liberation. Murari Vaisaye Gupte Ihara Ridhaye Eteke Murari Gupta Nama Yogya Haye. Lord Murari resides in his heart. This, again, is a continuation of Chaitanya's speaking. In other words, he has had this interchange with Murari Gupta, who is Hanuman, and he showed him, Vishwambara showed himself as Ram and Lakshman and all the whole entourage of Ram Leela before Murari. And everyone's watching this play or this drama, Leela drama, between Murari and his Ishtadev, Vishwambara, Ramchandra. And then the Lord is warning everyone, don't take this lightly, who this Murari is. Now he's saying in this verse, this is Murari Gupta. He's a physician, he's a doctor here. He's posing amongst all of you. He's posing or disguising himself as a doctor, a physician here in Navadvip, West Bengal. Be careful. He's none other than Hanuman, Dasya Bhakta Hanuman. And be careful. Don't blaspheme him. Don't ridicule or criticize, find fault with him. So Lord Murari is residing in Murari Gupta's heart. Lord Murari resides in his heart, Gupte, because the word Gupta means secret. Murari is secretly residing in Murari Gupta's heart. Therefore, his name is Murari Gupta. It is quite appropriate. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving the explanation of the meaning of his name. This Murari Gupta, this word Gupta, this means secret. Gup. And this is what the gopis are all about, the Braja gopis. They are gopis because this root of the word gopi is gup. And gup means secret, concealed, hidden, not understood and not revealed. Because they are married to Abhimanyu or Govardhan Malla. Chandravali is married to Govardhan Malla. He's a wrestler. Malla means wrestler. He's a friend of Kansa also. And they have their husbands. But Yogamaya arranges so that every night they go out and dance with Krishna. And their entire relationship with Krishna is hidden from everyone. No one knows. Krishna knows and they know. And Purnamasi knows, and Yogamaya, and the gopis, etc. Madhamangal, Sridham, Subal, some of the Parampreshta Sakhas, they're aware of Krishna's intimate dealings in Sringar Ras. But otherwise, it's completely secret, gopi, gupta. So oftentimes we have to advise new devotees that are coming to ISKCON, because often in India, the wife may be very interested in Krishna consciousness, and the husband is dead set against it. And in rare instances, the husband is interested in India, and the wife is dead set against it. So they say what to do. I said, you have to become gopi. You have to have a par. You have your wife, or you have your husband, and you have a paramour, utpati bhav, pati and utpati, additional pati, additional husband, paramour means parakiya, or you have. So Krishna becomes your paramour, whether you're a man or a husband or a wife. And that way everything is kept like gopi, everything's very secret. You do all your housework and husband work, wife work, everything, but then this secret love, it's a secret love which you cultivate in the privacy, the few minutes or hours you have when your husband or wife are not there. Take out your books, you read clandestinely, secretly, and then you chant and you pray. And this way your devotion goes on. So the gopis are if you want to develop a secret love affair with Krishna, Vrindavan, then it's very easy, because he has such secret love affairs already with the gopis. So sometimes we have to be like Murari Gupta and keep our Murari, Krishna Murari, concealed within the temple of our heart. Mama Mandire, right? Murarire Kripa Deki Bhagavatagan Prema Yoga Krishna Bali Karina Rodan. On seeing the Lord's mercy upon Murari, all the exalted devotees cried in love while chanting the names of Krishna. Karina Rodan. Prema Yoga. That's very interesting. We've often, in our discussion over the last week, I'm reading from this. Murari Kripa Deki Bhagavat Gan. Sometimes Vrindavan Das Thakur, he describes the Vaishnav Samaj, or the association of devotees. He says Vaishnav Gan, Bhagavat Gan, Gauranga Gan, or Gan, is it Gan, short A-N. He says the group of Vaishnavas. And here he says Bhagavat. Oftentimes he says, instead of saying the Sadhu Sangha or the Vaishnav Samaj or the devotees, he says the Bhagavat and Bhagavat Gan. And that group of devotees who are absorbed in Bhagavan and absorbed in the Bhagavatam. They're always speaking Harikatha. Satam prasangam mama virya samvido. Mama virya samvado. Samvad. It's full of power. They talk the Bhagavatam amongst themselves. Tavakatam ritam tapta jivanam. So this is the Bhagavat Gan. They are worshipping Bhagavan as Rishtadev, and their life and soul their pran is sustained by Nitya Bhagavatam Sevaya. Nityam Bhagavatam Sevaya. By daily hearing and discussing the Rasakatha and Leelakatha and the Siddhanta and Tattva Srimad Bhagavatam. So when everyone saw in the Bhagavat Gan, Deki Kripa, when they saw the great mercy bestowed upon Murari, they became so happy. And then they chanted Prema Yogi. Oftentimes it says Krishna Bali. Prema Yogi Krishna Bali. That they chanted, and their chanting was connected with prem, was suffused with love. Shuddhanam, Prem Nam Sankirtan. This is, he says, Prem Yoga. It's very interesting. Prema Yogi. This is the type of chanting they were doing. So this is a nice phrase. And someday, in some future life, we may also be in that Sangha and chanting this Prem Yogi. Murariyare Kripa Kaila, Sri Chaitanya Rai, Iha Jay Shunay Se, Prema Bhakti Pai. Anyone who hears the narration of Lord Chaitanya bestowing mercy on Murari attains loving devotional service. So, it's the fal shruti, the benefit of hearing, the fruit of hearing. Again, Vrindavandas Thakur Vedavyas is giving some blessing upon everyone who hears this wonderful dialogue and wonderful lila between the Lord and His devotee, Vishwambar and Murari Gupta. When that fruit will be realized is that time frame is with the Lord. But it is a fact. And sometimes acharyas, they explain there are some limiting factors determining when that fruit will be experienced. One should be, he should have the qualities of Vishwas and Niraparadi and Icha. 3 qualities are required. First of all, one should Vishwas, Shastriya Vishwas, means that when the devotee reads a Shastra and sees this Shruti fal or benediction upon concluding of some adhyaya, some chapter, then he will believe it. Yes, I believe that Ridrogam Kamam, that Vikriditam, that if I hear the Rasa Panchadhyaya, the 5 chapters of the Rasa dance, I really believe, as Shukamuni is promising, that if anyone hears this, then Param Bhakti Labhyate. That first, I believe that Param Bhakti will Labhyate, I will acquire, I will gain, that prema, that Braja Prem Bhakti will come into my heart, firstly. And then as a result of that, then Ridrogam Kamam, the disease of the heart which is lust, will be dissipated. It will go away. That this is the medicine to cure the heart disease of lust. Hearing in association, and hearing from advanced devotees, under guidance of Guru, and with purity of behavior, and purity of intention and purpose. Chaitanya Bhagavat Madhya Kanda, Chapter 10, Shatapahariya Mahaprakash Leela, conclusion of that Leela, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we're beginning with text 78. Haridas Thakur is speaking. He's in Srivasangam in Navadvip, Mayapur, in the house of Srivas Thakur. It's nighttime. The devotees have gathered together for 21 hours. They'll all be together, locked in one room, in the temple room, for 21 hours, continuously. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is revealing to each one of the devotees his love for them, his intimate relationship with them, and how he is their protector, maintainer, sustainer. And after revealing himself in an intimate way, and all his Aishvarya and opulence to Haridas Thakur, Haridas has been speaking many verses. So we're continuing where we left off yesterday. This is text 78. Haridas said, Akanda Smarana Dharma Inha Sabakar Tini Chitra Nahiya Sabara Udhar. Characteristics of personalities like the Pandavas, the 5 Pandavas, is that they were constantly remembering you, my Lord. Therefore, it is not at all wonderful that you delivered them. Akanda Smarana Dharma. So this is their Dharma. Shravanam Kirtanam Smarana. Vishnu Parasevanam. The Smarana, it says, this is their Dharma. And this is specifically the Dharma of one who's practicing Ragmarg, Raganuga Bhakti. There's Vaidhi Sadhana and Raganuga Sadhana. In Vaidhi Sadhana, we concentrate on hearing and chanting Sadhu Sangha, Guru Seva, Dainya Bhav, developing Dainya Bhav, humility, submission to Guru, submission to senior devotees, working conjointly, cooperatively, and giving up the ego, transcending the ego, annihilating ahankara. We say once we approach each other and say, Prabhu, You say, Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. Vancha kalpatarubyascha kripa sindhubheva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. The last word. The last word is the most important word. Namaha. Na-maha. Maha means ego. Ma. Na means no. No ego. The whole process of offering obeisances is to annihilate the false ego, ahamkar. Ahamkar. We're glorifying a devotee, O Vaishnava Thakur, you are Kalpataru, you are a wish-fulfilling tree. You can fulfill all my wishes. Kalpataru. You are Karuna Sindhu. Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu. Kripa Sindhu. You're an ocean of Kripa. Vaishnava Kripa. Mahant Kripa. Mercy, kindness, compassion, blessings. Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Avanebhyo. And I am that patit. First I'm glorifying, I'm telling about you. I'm telling your gun, your lakshan, your qualities. You are like this, O Vaishnava Thakur. You are Kripa Sindhu. You are Kalpataru. But now let me tell you about me. I am patit. Maha-patit. Very, very fallen. Very degraded, unfortunate, despicable condition. There is no hope for me in this world. Who can lift me from this ocean of birth and death, this samsara samudra, samsara chakra? Who can save me? None but you. I tried money can't save me. I tried friends can't save me. I tried position and power, they can't save me. I tried romance, that cannot save me. Only Kripa, your Kripa, Mahant Kripa, Ahoituki Kripa, Ahoituki. There is no cause. There's no cause for you to give me Kripa. I am patit, I am very fallen. But as your nature is pavan, your pavan, because you're always remembering Pundrikaksha. Right? You're always remembering Pundrikaksha, so you can purify. Om apavitra pavitro va sarvavato vavastam katoviva yak smare Pundrikaksham yak smare Pundrikaksham sabhayab yantara suchi sabhayab yantara shuchi Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu yak smare Pundrikaksha. You're always remembering Pundarikaksha, that Krishna Govinda who has eyes like the petals of Pundarik. Pundarik is a white lotus flower. What do Krishna's eyes look like? This is a great question. You're worshipping Krishna. Just like if you're worshipping some woman or some man, and they say, oh, you don't know my girlfriend. She's so beautiful. Acha. Well, can you describe her to me? What color hair does she have? Oh, she has black hair. What color eyes does she have? Eyes? I'm not sure. Huh? You're in love with some woman. You love her. You can't describe the color of her eyes? Well, no. Hey, buddy, I don't think you know your object of attraction very well. So someone says, oh, you're Krishna Bhakta. You're trying to love Krishna. And can you describe your Krishna to me? What is his hair like? Right? Snigdha Kuntala. Kutila Kuntala. Kutila Kuntala. Kutila Kuntala means wavy hair. Like Radharani's sister-in-law, Kutila. Wavy, she's not wavy, she's crooked. Kutila and Jatila. Jatila is her mother. Jatila. There's some good hairdos. Kutila, Jatila. So he's Kutila Kuntala. Krishna's hair is wavy and jet black. What color black? Can you tell me what color black? There's different types of black hair. There's reddish black. There's bluish black. So question. I got an answer. His hair, someone said that Krishna's hair is bluish black because he's Sham Sundar. That is exactly wrong. Akhanda Bhagavan ki. But he was speaking about Krishna but thinking about Radha. So Krishna's hair it's described in Damodara Astakam. This is one word, Rakta. It says his hair is reddish black. Because it's black, beautiful jet black, and it's Kutila Kuntala, it's wavy. But Krishna's hair has hair roots. You've heard of root? The root of the hair. The hair root. You have to put your Brahmi oil on your hair roots, so your hair doesn't get gray. Or you can shave it off, that's also good. Highly recommend. And no one will know. Are you gray or black or what? See, gray. So, but where do we find the root of Krishna's hair? The root of Krishna's hair is here. The root of his hair is here. In his heart. And his heart is full of anurag. Radha, anurag. Anurag. Intense attachment. Sneha, man, pranaya, rag, anurag, bhav, mahava. This is one level of Krishna prema. And that side, among the Nitya Parishads. Anurag, for Shama, Radharani. So much attachment, so much love. So he's thinking, Radha Chinta. His Akanda, Radha, Smarana, Dharma. This verse says the characteristics of great devotees like Pandava, the Pandavas is Haridas Thakur is glorifying the Pandavas, Akanda, Smarana, Dharma. But their Dharma is Smarana. And it's unbroken. They never stop remembering the Lord, moment to moment. Krishna tells in Gita, you may not remember me moment to moment, but please don't forget me at the last moment. What is the last moment? Ante Kalevaram. Ante Kalevaram. Yam yam vapi smaran bhava. Tyajit yanti Kalevaram. Ante Kalevaram. Kalevaram shariram. Shariram deha body. Chapter 8. And it's interesting because 8 also represents death. The number 8. It's a mystic number. 8 is a tantric number. Mystic number. And you see the shape. It's 2 samsara chakras together. One samsara chakra, you put together, you get what? 8. Once you get inside this figure, you can't get out. Right? Is there any way out? There's no exit, you see? But if the number is 7, can you get out of the number 7? Yes, you can go this way or that way. Can you get out of number 1? Yeah, you go this way, that way. Can you go out of number 2? Just out. Number 3, you follow. The number 8, locked in. Around and around and around. Janam Mrityu, Janam Mrityu, Janam Mrityu. There's infinity. 8 represents infinity. Anantakala, infinity. So this is chapter 8. Bhagavad Gita, death chapter. Mrityu Adhyaya. So yum yum, Krishna's saying, yum yum, yum yum. He's saying, yum yum vapi swaran bhavam, tyajit yanti kalevaram. Tyag, vairag. When you give up this body, ante kalevaram, at the end of this body, the last moment, death, bye-bye, haribol, good night. Close the shutters. Then, smaran bhavam, you should remember me. At least at that moment. If not, akanda smarana dharma. Akanda smarana dharma. The Pandavas remember every moment, not only the last moment, the first moment, The second moment and every moment. So Krishna at every moment, his Akhanda, his Dharma is Radha Dharma. Akhanda, Smarna, Radha Dharma. He's always remembering Radha. And always thinking of Radha with intense anurag. Therefore that anurag has a color, very deep red, dark red. This is anurag. Anurag rang is dark red. It's like Shringhara. Shringhara Ras is the color of Krishna. Shringhara Ras is Neelam. Neelam Rang, Shringhara. Erotic love, Shringhara Ras. Shringhara Madhurya Prem is different. And then this Mahabhav. What is the color of Mahabhav? Tapta Kanchana, Gorangi. This Gorangi Kanti. Goranga, Gorangi. Gorangi Kanti. This is the color, the rang. Namaste. Color, this is color. Lila, saffron. This Mahabhav, the Divyon Mad, Unmad. Mahabhav, the color is this brilliant gold, Kanchan. So Krishna is always thinking. So this intense red of his anurag is thinking, and it's coming out, his thoughts, he's always thinking of Radharani, and his thoughts are coming out in his hair, and giving his jet black hair a reddish tinge. So this is the description of his hair. It's wavy and dark black, and if you look at it, you see some reddish aura around it. Of course, black hair is very rare to see. Really black hair. When you see someone with black hair and you look closely in the sunlight, you can see, even in human beings, different aura. Then, because we're not talking about Radha, because Radha, her hair is jet black with a bluish aura. Her color is bluish black, her hair. Krishna's hair is dark black, but it's slightly red. So now the question was asked is that we are trying to love Krishna. So if someone asks, can you describe your lover? As it wouldn't make sense. Oh, I'm very much in love with my wife or this woman, whatever. Oh, can you describe her hair color? Yes, her hair is dark brown. Oh, can you describe her eye color? Oh, I don't know. And the person will think you're a fool. You don't know the color of your wife's eyes? How long have you been married? 20 years. You have a very close relationship. So we are trying to love Krishna. So someone says, can you describe your lover? What is the goal of bhakti? Devotional service. What is the goal? Krishna Prem Seva. Don't forget. The goal of our life is Krishna Prem Seva. Not to enjoy Krishna Prem. Doesn't stop at Krishna Prem. Krishna Premis are only doing seva. Astakaliya Lila Seva. 24 hours a day, seva. The goal is seva. What will your specific service be? That we will see. So this is the goal. So then, please can you describe the color of Krishna's eyes? There are different parts of the eye of Krishna. We are asking a question, what are the color of Krishna's eyes? We are all trying to love Krishna. And if I say, do you have a lover? Yes, I have my wife, I love her. Can you describe the color of her skin? Yes. Color of her hair? Yes. Can you describe the color of her eyes? Oh, I don't know. Acha? And how long are you married? Oh, only 19 years. Acha. Okay, well maybe you'll find out soon what color her eyes are. So we're trying to love Krishna. So what color is the eyes? So his eyes are in different parts. There's the pupil, there's the iris, and there's the sclera. The sclera is the white part of the eye. The iris is the colored part of the eye, and the pupil is the center. Now, what do Krishna's pupils look like? We'll start from the center and work our way out. Okay? Everybody with me? Krishna's pupils, which is the center of the eye, which is usually black. And sometimes when someone hits you with their fist, it becomes black and blue. You got a black eye, you got a black eye. So, Krishna's pupil is dark blue, not black, dark blue like a Brahmar. A Brahmar Bringa. You know Brahmar? Brahmar is a big, fat bumblebee. It's big, it's about this big around. Really neelam, dark sapphire blue. Really dark. They make a big sound. Bzzz, big. You ever see that kind of big bee? Bzzz. So that's the pupil, very dark blue. Now we move out to the iris. The iris is a little lighter blue color. Little lighter. Now we move out to the sclera. The sclera is the white part of the eye. It's white. All right. We have something in common. Krishna, our eyes are white most of the time. As we stay up all night, they become red. But there's the white of the eye, and Krishna's eyes are white. But then we have the Krishna Kripa Kataksha, the corner of Krishna's eyes. Kataksha. Now, why are the corner of Krishna's eyes reddish? Corner only. Krishna does not have red eyes like you when someone takes your picture with a flash. They take your picture with a flash and you have red eyes. So Krishna's eyes are not red. Only the corner of his eyes are red. So why are the corner of his eyes red? Did he stay up all night? Yes, he stays up all night. He stays up all day also. All night long he's dancing with the gopis, and all day long he's running with the cowherd boys. Is it because he stayed up all night? Yes, no? No. Is he drunk? Actually, the answer to both these questions is yes. He is drunk. He's drunk with Radha's prem. He's completely intoxicated. Unmad. Prem unmad. He is prem unmad. He is completely unmad. Uttam mada. Uttam mada unmad. Completely, absolutely intoxicated with the highest pitch, the zenith of prema. It's being relished within his mind and heart. So when you get intoxicated, look, like this, then this becomes red. I've heard, like someone told me. The eyes become red. So Krishna is also intoxicated, not with the liquor of Johnny Walker, or the booze of Scotsman or whatever. He's drunk with the taste, the nectar, ras of Radha's lips. Radha Adara Amrita. But his eyes are, the corner of his eyes, Krishna Kripa Kataksha, are red because that same anurag from his heart, that intense love for Radha, is because with the corner of his eyes he's searching. Krishna is searching from the corners of his eyes. Where is Radha? Radha Kama. Radha Kama. Where's my Radha? And so he's searching. Is he searching with his eyes? No. Krishna is searching with his heart. The light of the heart is the most powerful search light. We say torch. We say flashlight. The light of the heart is the most powerful searchlight, and Krishna is searching for Radha with his heart, with the light of his heart, with the light of his praying. And that heart is coming out, that anurag is coming out to his eyes, to the corner of his eyes, which are looking for Radha, and coloring the corner of his eyes with red. And that red color in the corner of Krishna's eyes is the anurag coming from his heart as he's searching for Radharani and separation. This is the color of Krishna's eyes. Have you seen them? Smarana Dharma. So in the path of Raganuga Bhakti, the main Dharma is Smarana. Rag Anuga means that the devotees on that path are fully attached to Krishna. So Haridas Thakur in this verse, he's glorifying the Pandavas. He's saying this is their Dharma. Akhanda Smarana Dharma. The characteristics of the Pandavas and these other great devotees is they're constantly remembering you, Krishna. No wonder you delivered them. Now Haridasa goes on to describe characteristics of other devotees. Because basically what he's doing is that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is offering him a benediction. He said, and he's about to ask for his benediction, but he's saying, really, my Lord, you're offering me to give me a benediction, but what am I? I'm nobody. I don't have any qualification. Then Haridas starts describing different devotees, how they're so great and they're so intimate and so dear to you. And then when he thinks of himself, as we heard yesterday, I'm so sinful, I cannot remember you. Please give me shelter. Then he talks about how you saved Draupadi because she's such a great devotee, so you saved Draupadi. We heard all that yesterday. So now, Haridas goes on. Ajamil smaranera mahima apar sarvadharma hinata bhai nahi ar dutta bhai putra snehi deki putra mukha sanarila putra name narayana rupa se sanarane sabha kandila apad teni chitta nahi bhakta smarana sampad. O Mahaprabhu, the glories of Ajamil's remembrance of you are unlimited, even though he did not engage in any religious duties. In fear of Yamadutas at the time of death, he affectionately looked at the face of his son, and he remembered the form of Narayan. By that remembrance, all his sinful reactions were vanquished. Therefore, remembrance of you is the wealth of your devotees. This is a very interesting and important verse to clarify our understanding of a crucial point of Krishna consciousness. First of all, this point in this shloka, which is Madhya Lila, Chaitanya Bhagavat chapter 10, verses 79 to 81, spoken by Haridas Thakur. Who is Haridas Thakur? He's one of our Gaudiya Mahajans. Gaudiya Vaishnava Mahajans. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he quotes Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur is also quoted elsewhere in Chaitanya Bhagavat. He's speaking to Lord Chaitanya, and Lord Chaitanya is God himself, Radha Krishna Yuga. And Lord Chaitanya is not saying, hey, choop, what are you saying? Hey, stop what you're saying. This is incorrect. You're wrong. No, Lord Chaitanya is not correcting him or checking him. He's accepting what he's saying. Yes, you are speaking truth. You are speaking praman, solid evidence, concrete truth. Now we see there's some very interesting secret here, which will illuminate our mind about a very important point, which we've seen in the commentaries in the 6th canto of Bhagavatam. Someone showed us some of these commentaries, because we don't read Sanskrit, but someone showed us and translated various commentaries to explain the intricacies of this Leela with the Jamil and the Yamadutas. The Yamadutas, Vishnudutas, the Jamil and his son Narayan. And that is being summarized in a purport by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So look at this Bengali, he's saying here that Ajamil Mahima Smaran Apar. Mahima Apar. This means the Mahima, the greatness, the glories, the greatness of Ajamil's remembrance of you is apar. It's incomparable. It's beyond compare. Then he says, this is his Chitranai Bhakta Smarana Sampad. Bhakta Smarana Sampad. Sampad means wealth. The wealth, the strength, the power, the treasury of the devotee is his Smarana. Bhakta Smarana Sampad. His Smarana Sampad, his wealth, his power of remembrance, how much he's remembering the Lord. Is our remembrance akanda? Because this is the Dharma. Our Dharma is leading us to Smaran. Krishna will test our Smaran at the time of death. Krishna in the 8th chapter, he doesn't say whatever you chant at the time of death. Yam yam vapi Smaran bhava. Tyajatyanti kalevam. You give up this body, what are you going to remember? You may chant Hare Krishna and think of your wife. Because when the Yamadutas approached Ajamil, he looked at his son, Narayan. But with two things happened simultaneously, which we'll hear. So he chanted the name of Narayan, he thought of his son, but then immediately, then you'll see he changed his thinking, then he said, no, wait a minute. Then he started to think and remember the real Narayan, the Asli Narayan, the original. He started to meditate on the form of Narayan. That was his wealth. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati explains, and this is simply actually a summary of the commentaries by Sanatana Goswami and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in 6th Canto Bhagavatam. Ajamil did not have any kind of religiosity in him. He was a Brahmin by birth. He fell out with a prostitute. He lived with a prostitute for 80 years without any marriage and produced 10 children from her. And he was engaged in all kinds of nefarious activities. Actually, he was already married and he left his wife to go with the prostitute. And all kinds of terrible, irreligious activities. But because of some blessing of sadhus, he named his 10th child Narayan, his last child. So the affection usually goes to the last child, the sneha. The sneha flows down to the last child. So out of the 10 children, he didn't think of anyone but the last one. And the last one was named Narayan. So this is what happened. In fear of being captured by the Yamadutas, he uttered the name Narayan while looking at the face of his son. So we can do the same thing. Tyachit yanti kalevram. I'm about to die. My wife is holding my hand. Oh, Prabhu, don't go. And then I'm looking at the face of my wife, and then someone intelligent person in the room says, hey, father, dad, chant Hare Krishna. So he looks at the face of his wife. Oh, baby, Hare Krishna. So he's looking at the face of his wife and chanting Hare Krishna. Now where's he going to go? Whatever form and whatever idea he's absorbed in the moment he leaves his body. Looking at the face of the wife, how much intense samskaras, how much stri rati, patni rati, attachment for wife a husband must have after 50 years of marriage. 50 years. 60 years of marriage. Can you imagine? That people like that, married at 20, die when they're 80. No attachment, heavy attachment. So he's chanting, like Prabhupada said, you can train a parrot to chant Hare Krishna. A parrot, tota. Then when the cat, the vili comes, and grabs it. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, When the cat grabs the throat of the parrot, and he doesn't, he's chanting Hare Krishna. So looking at why Hare Krishna, but there's no backing. There's no Sharanagati behind that Nam. There's no Nam Rati. There's no attachment to that name. There's no surrender behind that name. There's no Bhav behind that name. And my son told me, oh father, remember Krishna, what are you doing? The last moment. Okay, wife, Hare Krishna, wife. That means next birth? Man, oh, she looks so nice. What's her name? Her name is Preeti. Punar Mushikaba. Now become woman. Now man, now woman, then future man. Now man, future woman. Yam yam bhakti smaram bhava. So he's looking at the face of his son. He's uttering the name Narayan. So he's looking at his son, but then he realized something. Some realization came to Ajamil's mind. Realizing his son's inability to deal with the prowess of the Yamadutas. He was thinking, my son will save me from the Yamadutas. His son was 1 year, 2 years old, 3 years, maybe 3 years old. So then he was looking at his son, and he looked at the Yamadutas, and he looked at his son, he said, wait a minute, this guy is no match for those guys. The Yamadutas, can you imagine? Just imagine like 10 gorillas or something. You know, these horrible guys. And this little kid, forget it. So then he realized the glories of the Supreme Lord Narayan came on the path of Ajamil's remembrance. Although Ajamil originally uttered or chanted the name of Narayan for the purpose of calling his son, he was delivered from the attack of the Yamadutas because he remembered the Supreme Lord. Remembrance of the Supreme Lord that was invested in that name of Narayan. So this is a very interesting thing. So we generally say, in our general training, we say, Ajamil is the example of Namavas. Avas means semblance of the name. That he chanted without offense. At the time of death, he chanted Narayan and he was delivered from his sins and saved from death, and his life was extended by the mercy of the Lord. The Lord can end your life. You should live a long life. He can cut your life short. You can live a short life. He can make your life go long. So, in this case, Ajamil was destined to die. But the Narayan extended his life. And then he gave him reprieve or amnesty. He gave him complete amnesty from his pap. Liberated him from his pap, from his parabdha. And then he went to Haridwar, and did bhajan, Nam bhajan. Intensive Nam bhajan, associated with sants, sadhu sant. Then he went to Vaikuntha. This is a special life insurance policy. NIC. LIC? No. This is NIC, Narayan Insurance Company. You can keep your LIC. My policy was as NIC. Narayan Insurance Company. So what happened here is two things. At first, when he chanted the holy name, it was not Namabhas. He chanted Narayan. Within that he's chanted Narayan, he's looking at his son, remembering his son. And then immediately, that name Narayan, while that name Narayan, he chanted it became Namabhas when he absorbed his mind in remembering the form of Narayan and the glories of Narayan. It's kind of like, what comes first, the lightning or the thunder? You see lightning and boom, boom, when the storm is right over your head, there's some pause. Just practically simultaneously. When the storm is coming further away, there's the lightning and the thunder, there's some separation. So it happened like this. But there's actually, he chanted Narayan, but that didn't give him liberation. This is a very important point. Because the Smaran was there. Smaran. Because the whole topic at hand, if you're following the thread of the discussion, is about Akanda, Smarana, Dharma. The Pandavas were Nityaparishats of the Lord, Premium Bhaktas of the Lord, pure devotees of the Lord, absorbed in Krishna Prem, Panch Pandava, Draupadi, etc. Kunti. So they were given as the exemplars of this principle of Akanda, Smarana, Dharma. Without break. Unfailingly remembering Lord Krishna, Sri Krishna. So then, further reference is being given by our Acharya, Haridas, the Thakur, the Acharya, Namacharya, Shiksha-charya is giving. Now there's another reference about this remembrance. It wasn't Akanda Smarana. This is not Akanda Smarana, like the Pandavas. This is Ante Smarana, remembering at the end. And that's when it counts. It's like we used to say, my parents would say, it's not how many times you fall down that counts, it's how many times you pick yourself up. Got it? If you fall down 5 times, and you only pick yourself up 4 times, then where are you? You're down. So you fall down 5 times, boom. Because the kid's trying to walk, he's always going boom. And the mother doesn't say, okay, just stay there and never learn to walk. She says, no, get up. And he gets up, and he goes down once, and he gets up. Boom, up, boom, up, boom, up. And finally, no more boom. He's just walking. So he may fall, and then we rise, and we fall, and we rise. So Jamil, he was falling, really falling. Mahapatit. 80 years in the well, Andakupam. Griham Andakupam. Dark, deep well of forgetfulness of Krishna. Most gross and heinous sinful activities. But at the moment it counts, he chanted Narayan, but with Putrabhav. Putrabhav. Putra, son. Bachabhav. Chora. Chorabhav. Chori and Chora. He had Bhav for his son. Then in an instant, he said, Narayan, my son Narayan. Then all of a sudden, because he was a Brahmin from birth, and he was favored by the Lord, and he used to do so much nice Narayan Puja and sing the Narayan Pat and Narayan Puran and so many things in glorification of Narayan. Then he thought, oh wait a minute, what can this puny little baby do against these Yama dudes? Oh, that name Narayan, it brought him to sense. He remembered Narayan Smarana. Ante Narayan Smriti. This is a sutra. Ante Narayana Smriti. Jajit Yanti Kalebram. Jajit Yanti means Tyag Ante. When you combine it, it means Jajit Yanti. Ante, the end. Ante Narayana Smriti. Remember Narayan at the end. Okay, of course some people, they try to do that. They say, okay, I heard this sutra, so let me party. Let me party my whole life. Because when it's about time to die, I'll say, Hare Krishna. But because you have no samskara in your chitta for Narayana Smriti, you will not. You can chant, okay, a parrot can chant. So you think I'm very clever, I'm very chatur. I'm chatur bogi. Chatur bogi. Aham chatur bogi. I'm very clever enjoyer. Is that right? I am very clever. See, watch me. I will do both. All right, enjoy. But someone told me that if you chant Krishna's name, at the time of death you'll be saved. See the story of Jamil, 6th Canto Bhagavatam. Even I read one time about that story. I was intrigued. Hey, I got the secret. All right. You think you can fool Krishna? You stupid pagal? You have no sanskar. You never practice remembering Narayana Smriti. Whatever you do in abhyas becomes sanskar. Whatever you practice becomes sanskar in the chitta. There's Indriya, Man, Buddhi, Hankar, Chitta, Atma. These are all the coverings. But Chitta, what is it? And what does Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say about the Chit? Chit means Chaito. This is Chit. It's not Chaito. It's not some NATO. Chaito. It's Chit. But in the construction it becomes Chaito. It means Chit Darpan. Chaito Darpana Marjana. It means Chit Darpan Marjan. Marjan. Savkya. Clean. The Chitta. So you always remember. So, for the first 18 years, 20 years of Jamil, you want to imitate a Jamil. Oh, Jamil, he chanted Hare Krishna at the time of death, he got liberated. But you better look a little deeper, my friend, because you can't cheat Krishna. You're trying to imitate a Jamil. Okay, but what did a Jamil do the first 20 years of his life? Puja and Pat, Yajan Yajan, Patan Patan, Dan Pratigraha. Sadkarma, Nipana Vipro. Nipon. Sadkarmo, Nipana Vipro. Nipun karma, very expert. Nipun. And Sadkarma, Yajan, Patan Patan, Dan Pratigraha. He was studying Bhagavad Pat and teaching Bhagavad, doing puja, Narayan Murti puja, Archan puja, and sometimes thinking of his Thakur at night and singing songs. So many deep impressions, deep engraved etchings and impressions in his chitta. It's called Bhakti Sanskara. Narayana Smarana Sanskara. So that is that reserve, that strong treasure, that Smarana Kosh. This was mentioned here. This is the Bhakti Smarana Sampad. Right? We heard this word. Bhakti Smarana Sampad. Smarana is a treasure. Treasure. So a Jamil, he called on that treasure like it was a fixed deposit. You may have a fixed deposit in the bank for 1 crore, but you forgot about it. When someone put it there for you, and they didn't tell you. So this was his fixed deposit in his chitta. So when death came, he chanted Narayan and thought of his son. He only chanted once. Okay, he did all nonsense and sin at the end. But because he got some mercy from Narayan. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakti pranashiti. Krishna tells Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, hey Kaunteya, O son of Kunti, Kaunteya, name bhakti pranashiti. The pran, the life, the devotional life of my devotee will never be destroyed. His bhakti will never be destroyed. I will save him at the crucial moment. So you can't imitate a Jamil. You can't be a bogi, chatur bogi, very clever bogi. Oh yes, I have the secret now. I will just chant Hare Krishna at the time of death. Yes, you will. Okay, you chant Hare Krishna at the time of death, and you will become a dog in your next life. You'll become a pig. You'll become a cow and be slaughtered for every hair on the back of the cow for that many lifetimes because you ate meat, cow. You're a bogey. Went to America and started eating McDonald's hamburgers. Although you were born in Gujarat, in a Brahmin family. I know very well a person of this character who we preach to is now initiated. Eating McDonald's hamburgers. In America, McDonald's are made of cow. Gomata. Gujarati Brahmin eating the cow. But where would he end up? Because Shastra is saying, if you kill one cow, it means if you eat one piece of meat, that means it comes from one cow. And if you eat another piece of meat, maybe it comes from another cow. So for every hair in the back of a cow, how many is that? 5 hairs? There's 5 hairs in the back? 5,000? 50,000? 1 million? So you have to take birth, for one piece of cow's meat, you have to take birth 1 million times as a cow and be slaughtered. That's the penalty. Heavy price. Papa fowl. So, we shouldn't try to trick Krishna. We should use every moment in Krishna's service. Kirtaniya Sada Hari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. So, first, Haridas Thakur, he explains the wonderful qualities of the Pandavas, how they were Akhanda Smarana, Dharma. Then he gives another example of a Jamil. He was a great sinner, but he had wealth. He was a great sinner because of his early life and all those bhakti sanskars. He had bhakti sampad, bhakti smarana sampad. He had a wealth. He had the wealth of smarana, Oh my Lord, but I have nothing. I have no smart. A Jamil is better bhakta than me. And the Pandavas, they're light years ahead of me. There's light years ahead of me. Hina Torah Charana Smarna Hina Muni Tatapiya Prabhu More Nacha Divituni. O Vishwambar, I am fully devoid of remembrance of your lotus feet. Oh my Lord, but please don't forsake me. Toma Deity Bari Mora Kon Adhikar Ek Bhai Prabhu Kichu Nacha Hiba Ar. What qualification do I have to see you, my Lord? You're offering me a benediction. I will ask for only one thing and nothing more. Vishwambar replied, Gabubali Bhalabala Sakala Tamar Tamare Adheya Kichu Nahika Amar. Speak, Haridas, speak. Everything is yours. There is nothing I will not give to you. There is nothing I will not hold back, not give. Whatever I have, Haridas, it's yours. Haridas folded his hands before his Lord Vishwambar. Kara Jhoda Kari Bali Prabhu Haridas Muni Alpa Bhagya Prabhu Karan Bhara Ash. Although I am Alpa Bhagya, I have but little fortune. I have a great desire. Bharash. Bharash means Asha. Asha means Icha, desire. I have one great desire. What is that desire? Samaracharana bhaje yesa kaladas tara avashesha jena haya mora gas. My Lord Vishwambar, may the remnants of your servants who worship your lotus feet be my foodstuffs. That's all I want. That is the benediction, the boon, the blessing I want. But the avashesh, bhukta avashesh, that what has been enjoyed and fallen from the mouth of your devotees, your servants, your bhaktas, let that be mine. May I have that. My only prayer, my Lord, is that I may sustain my life by eating the remnants of your exalted devotees. Then Saraswati Thakur, in his Tika, a purport commentary in this verse, he quotes Antilila Chaitanya Charitamrita. Bhakta para Duliyara, Bhakta para Jal, Bhakta Bhukta Avashesha, Ti Mahabal. Mahabal, very powerful. Ti Mahabal, very strong. Great power in three things. Bhakta para Duli, Bhakta para Jal. Padaduli, Goduli, Brajaduli. The duli, the dust, the raj, Brajaraj. The dust from the feet of a devotee. Bhakta Duli. Bhakta Parajal. The pani, jal, the water that's washed the feet of a devotee. It is priceless, invaluable. Because, we didn't quote the next verse, but the next verse in Antilila says, any one of these can give Krishna Prem. Krishna Prem Prapti. One attains these. Labdhya. Then it says, Bhakta Bhukta Avashesha Team. So then the third thing is the remnants of the devotees, which was mentioned here, that Haridas wants that. Haridas continues. Say bhajan more, how janma janma, say avashesha more, kriya kula dharma. Oh my Lord, let my bhajan, let this be my bhajan. Let this be my bhakti bhajan, birth after birth. Let honoring these remnants of the devotees, let this be my bhajan. Let this be my Kriya Kula Dharma, my Kula Dharma, my family duty, my religious duty. Let this be it. Kriya. I don't want liberation. Nadanana janana sundaram kavidam vajagadisha kamaye. Mama janmani janmanishvare. Bhavatad bhaktira hoitakitvaye. Mahaprabhu is saying, I don't want anything. I don't want anything in this world. I don't want anything in the heavenly worlds. And I don't want anything in Paravyam. I don't want anything in Vyam. I don't want anything in Boom or Vyam or Paravyam. In Bhumi or Vyam or Paravyam. I don't. Oh, what do you mean? You don't want anything material? You don't want anything spiritual? Then what do you want? This is very strange. Because people usually, if they don't want something material, they want something spiritual. Mukti prapti, prem prapti, shanti prapti, shuk prapti, something. Oh God, make me happy. Oh God, make me peaceful. Oh God, free me from birth and death. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not asking for any of that. He's not praying for any of that. He says, Janmani Janmani Ishvare Bhavatad Bhakti. I want Ishvara Bhakti. I simply want to serve Ishvara. I want to serve my Pranishvara. My Pranishvara Govinda. Govinda Virahiname. My Prananath. My Ishvara, my Pranishvara. I'll stay here, and I don't care, you put me anywhere. You want to send me to Naraklok, Patal, Atala, Talatala, Patala, Rasatala, you want to send me to hell? Fine, as long as I can serve my Ishvara, Pranishvara, Narayan, Vishnu, Krishna. You want to keep me in the earth planet? Fine, as long as I can serve. You want to put me in Vaikuntha? Fine, as long as I can serve. But if you put me in Vaikuntha and I can't serve, I don't want Vaikuntha. If you keep me on the earth and I can't serve, I don't want the earth. If you send me to hell and I can't serve, I don't want to go to hell. But I will go anywhere as long as I can serve your lotus feet. Das, das, anadas. Krishna Pad, das, das, anadas. This is Chaitanya's prayer, Shikshastakam, Shikshastakam. So Haridas Thakur is saying the same thing. I don't want liberation. Let me be a servant of the Vaishnavas birth after birth, and may eating their remnants be the most important of all my duties. Sounds like a good program, good bhakti program. Your engagement, listen, I want you to do some temple service. Your service is to eat. You want to stay here, you have to eat. Morning, late morning, early morning, after. You have to eat and eat and eat. The Mahaprasad. Mahaprasad is from Thakurji's lips. And Mahaprasad is from the lips of Thakurji's Sevites. Prasad, both coming from the lips of Thakurji. This is Mahaprasad. And when his Sevites, when his servants, devotees, bhaktas, when they honor the Prasad, then it becomes Mahaprasad. So Haridas wants this. Tomara smaranahina papa janma mor safala karaha doshat chishta diyam toer Vishwambar Prabhu. My life is sinful. Papa janma. Why is it sinful? Why is my life sinful? Because I am devoid. Smaranahina. Smaranahina. Tomara smaranahina. I never remember you. My life is full of, I am sinful. My life is sinful because I don't remember you. Safala karaha. Please make my life successful. Make my life fruitful. Safal means complete, fruitful. So just try to understand the humility of Haridas Thakur. How much, try to feel his words, try to feel the heart behind his words. There must be a backing to your words. The words must be backed by your heart. Heart's backing. He's a pure devotee of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. His heart, his words are saturated with love. His words are saturated with humility. His words are saturated with surrender. He's not just saying, oh, I'm so fallen, oh, Prabhu, I'm so fallen. We say, oh, Prabhu, I'm so fallen. Oh, we think I'm so great. Our heart is saying, I am so great. But our words are saying, oh, I'm so fallen. Like someone, you give a class somewhere, and someone says, oh, that was a wonderful class. You say, oh, it's Prabhu's mercy. You're saying, outside you're saying Prabhu's mercy, but inside you're saying, I'm so great. I'm so great. Yes, tell me more. But outside is, it's Guru Kripa, it's all mercy of Prabhupada. I am nothing. What am I? Nothing. Purusham Nishu. Krishna says, Purusham Nishu. I am the ability in man in Bhagavad Gita and Vibhuti Yoga chapter. Krishna is telling, I am the ability in man. You have some Purusham Rasuham Apsakonteya Prabhasmi Shashi Suryo. Kanava Sarvedeshu Shabdake Purusham Nishu. Shabdake Purusham. Shabdake, I am the sound and ether. I am the taste and water. Rasuham Apsakonteya. He says, I am the taste and water. I am the light of the sun and the moon. Prabhasmi Shashi. Prabha, Shashi. Prabhasmi Shashi Surya. I am the Prabha. I am the light of the sun and the moon. I am the Omkar. Among Sarvavedeshu. I am the Omkar. And if you search all the Vedas, you'll find Omkar. And I, Sarvavedeshu. And he says, Purusham Nishu. I am, in the Purusha, in the man, I am that Nishu, I am that ability. It's Krishna, God-given. Anything we have is given by God. What do we wear? Nothing. We're like a fig, zero. So Haridas, all this, when you hear these expressions, they're genuine, they're real. He's not saying, oh, I'm really fallen, I'm sinful, no. And we try to draw from him. And beg, we hear these descriptions and we beg Haridas, let a few drops of your genuine feelings come in my heart. Your genuine humility and your intense surrender. And your feeling this feeling of worthlessness and feeling of emptiness and totally undeserving. As Haridas is having Sakshat Darshan of God, Sakshat Darshan of Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 500 years ago in Mayapur, in Srivas Thakur, Pandit Srivas. Pandit Srivas' house, in the temple room, in this Mahaprakash Lila. And Lord is offering him some benediction. He said, I don't deserve anything. Hey, wait. Don't give me anything. I'm nobody. I'm nothing. I'm fallen. I'm pathetic. I never remember you. The Pandavas remember you. This Ajamil remember you. Me, look at me. I never remember you. I'm Smaranahina. You don't find any remembrance in me. I never remember you. My birth is worthless. I don't deserve anything to be given to me. If you're going to give me something, give me another birth, but please, if you could be so kind, let me get the remnants. I'm not even asking for your remnants. I'm not asking for Mahaprasad. I'm not asking for that. I'm asking, because I don't feel myself, if I take another birth, Krishna, the only benediction. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Now try to imagine. If Krishna came before you, you had Sakshat Darshan of Krishna, and he said, Urmila Dasi, Urmila, Urmila Dasi, I am very happy with you. I want to give you a benediction. Would you like this? I would like to give you a benediction. So, do you think we would have this type of mood or bhav to say, Oh Bhagavan Parthasarthi, Oh Bhagavan Shamsundar, I don't deserve any benediction. I'm so fallen, I'm sinful, I'm a wretch. But if you want to give me some benediction, then just bless me. My next life, I can get some remnants from your devotees. He's not even asking for Mahaprasad, or she's not even asking for Mahaprasad. Can you imagine being able to say something like that? Take another birth. I don't even deserve Mahaprasad, Haridas is saying. I'm born in a Muslim, Haridas a Muslim by birth. We got the mercy of Advaitacharya. By Advaitacharya's mercy, he became great devotee. And then he was accepted by Mahaprabhu and became the Namacharya. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki. So this is how he's feeling. He's the Acharya. It means Achar. Acharya. Achar means teacher by Achar. By example. He walks his talk. Right? He doesn't just talk, he walks his talk. So he is humble. He's talking humility, he is humble. He's talking surrender, he is surrendered. He's talking total detachment, he is detached. He's talking total not selflessness. He has no selfishness, no independent itcha. His only asha is, can I have a little remnant? May I have, no matter how many births I may take, my only asha, eka asha, my only desire, hope, is that I can get a little bit of food remnants from your devotees. Is that possible? Do you think I can have that benediction? Now he goes on. Try to feel these words. Amora aparada hina chitte lai mahapara chahunde mohara jogyanai. Vishrambar. I think this is an offense on my part. For I have no qualification even to ask for such an exalted position as this. Now he's checking himself. He's checking himself. He said, what did I say? The Lord offered me a benediction. Something got the best of me. What did I say? I said, I don't mind another birth. But I asked if he could arrange that I could somehow receive the Bhakti Avashesh, the Uchishta, the remnants from the mouth of the Vaishnavas. What did I say? Oh, my Lord, please, forgive me. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to ask that. Please, let me withdraw that statement, retract that statement. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm an offender. I've offended you. Please forgive me for asking for that. I'm an aparadi. I have no right. He says, Mahapachon Mahar Yoginai. I don't have qualification to even ask for that exalted position. I don't have any adhikar to even ask for what I just asked for. So please, I made a big offense. I made a big mistake. Please forgive me. Prabhure Nattari Mora Bap Vishrambar Mrittamuni Mora Apparara Shamakar. Haridas said, O my Lord, O Master, O my dear Vishrambar, I am like a dead person. Please forgive my offense. So he said, Bap. And Bap was translated as, actually wasn't translated, but Bap actually means father. Bap means father. Prabhu means my Lord, not Prabhu, not Bap Vishambara. It's not even in the translation. Prabhu means my Lord, my Master, Prabhu. Not means my controller, my Master. Then Vishrambar means my maintainer, or the Lord. Then Bap means Father. And he says, Mritamoni, he says, I am a dead man. What am I? I'm a dead man. Shachira Nandana Bap, Kripa Karamore, Kukur Kariya More, Rakka Bhakta Ghare. Haridas has deeply thought over the matter within these few seconds. He's feeling very, very bad. I really made a mistake. I'm having darshan, my beloved Priya Bandhu, my beloved Lord Vishrambar, and he offered me a benediction, and somehow in my terrible, despicable heart I spoke this request, that I would somehow, I may take so many births after births, but I ask for the remnants, the Bhakti Avashesh, the Uchishta from the mouth of the Vaishnavas. Oh, but this was such a terrible offense I'd made. I'm begging my Lord to forgive me. So now what he spoke in this verse, he thought, now he's spoken. Oh Sachinandan, oh my Father, Kripakara Mori, please be merciful to me. Kindly keep me in the house of a devotee as a dog. Kukur means kuta. Kukur kari amore, raka bhaktagare. Bhaktagara. Bhaktagara means the house of a devotee. Thakurgar, Bhaktagara, Raka. Please, I was really out of my mind. I don't know please forgive me what I said a few minutes ago when I asked for that benediction, that I would, if I take another birth, he was implying that I would take another human birth. By that first request, the first request that he had was that I'll take another human birth. And when I take that human birth, again, all I ask is that I can get the remnants of the Vaishnavas. Oh, but that was a terrible mistake, a great aparad. I don't want to be a human being. I want to be a kukur. Please. But see, he still wants some connection. First, he wants some connection with Vaishnavas. This is the common denominator. He wants connection with the Vaishnavas. In this life, as Haridas, he was born a Muslim. And he got connection with the Vaishnavas. With Advaitacharya. And by the connection with the Vaishnavas, he was elevated, liberated, and accepted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Became most intimate associate. Very great devotee. So he realizes by dint of his practical experience, he realizes the value of connection with a Vaishnava. So he's understanding, I'll have to take so many births. I want some connection. Next life, also I want some connection with Vaishnava. I'm not asking to have intimate association and hear Hari Katha. Like this life I heard Hari Katha from Advaitacharya, and I received Mahaprasad from his Chalagram. He mercifully gave me Mahaprasad from his Chalagram. I'm not asking for that. I'm simply asking, okay, I may take a human birth, but somehow here and there, any Vaishnava here and there, I get some remnants from him. But then he's checking himself. He's chastising himself. Oh, I don't have adhikar for that. I don't have adhikar for Manush Janam. I don't have adhikar for Manush Janam. Right? Human birth. What is my adhikar? My adhikar, yes. But what is I'm a dog. I'm a kukur. I'm a Vaishnav kukur. I'm a Vaishnav kukur. I'm a dog. Oh my Lord, let me retract that. Now here's what I want. You want to give me a benediction? Make me a dog. Let me be a dog in the next life, but not any ordinary dog. I want to be a dog protecting the house of a devotee. Raka Bhakta Ghari. Then I will be called, next life I will be called Bhakta Dog. Bhakta Dog, just like our Saint Francis. In the Christian tradition, in the medieval period, there was Saint Francis of Assisi. Saint Francis of Assisi. And he lived in the forest, and he was he was vegetarian at the later part of his life. And he was a very great saint of the Christian tradition. He was a monk, he was a sannyasi, an ascetic, renunciate. And he felt that God is the Father. He realized that my Father is Bhagavan. Aham bija prada pita. Aham bija prada pita, Krishna says in Gita. I am the seed-giving Father of everyone. So he felt, yes, my Father, God is my Father, and I am His Son. And the tree is the Son of God, and the river is the Son of God, and the mountain is the Son of God, and the Guleri is the Son of God, and the Chirya is the Son of God, and the Kuta is the Son of God. So he addressed everyone as brother tree, because he is a common father. If we all have the same father, then all the men become brothers, right? Isn't it? If we have one, if you and I have the same father, then we're brothers. So he said, brother dog, brother cat, brother squirrel, brother rabbit, or bye Kargosh, bye Kuta, bye whatever, this one out, bye Guler. So that's how St. Francis thought. Now, if someone is a devotee, then he sees that everyone is a bhakta. Not a brother. Brother, okay, also brother. We also see that. But more than brother, so therefore we say bhakta dog, bhakta squirrel, bhakta tree. They're all bhaktas. So Vrindavan Das Thakur, the author, was Vedavyas's incarnation. He's saying in this next verse, Prema Bhakti Maya Hoila Prabhu Haridas Puna Puna Kare Kaku Na Puraye Ash. Haridas Thakur became filled with prema, Krishna prema. Although he repeatedly petitioned the Lord with humility, his desires remained unsatiated. Prabhu Bale, Shuna Mora Haridas, Divas Eko Yeto Mara.
Govinda Adi Purusham Yamahan Bajami Eno Ganata Ayavindam Purusham Bhavata Samasita Udashudara Kanda Bhagavati Kamri Vishesha Shubham Govinda Adi Purusham Radhani Yasya Sakuri Vyaviti Bhakti Ashanti Bhakti Bhalanti Srila Jagati Jaya Vikrasya Govinda Adi Purusham Navajani Govinda Adi Purusham. Jaya Radha, Lalita Vishaka Radha, Lalita Vishaka Jaya Radha, Jaya Radha, Lalita Vishaka Radha, Lalita Vishaka Jaya Radha, Jaya Radha, Jaya Radha, Jaya Radha, Jaya Shri Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Nimanita, Gauranita, Jaya Nimanita, Gauranita, Jaya Nimanita, Gauranita, Jaya Nimanita, Jaya Ugrana Simha, Jaya Ugrana Simha, Ugrana Simha, Jaya Ugrana Simha, Jaya Ugrana Simha, Jaya Ugrana Simha, Jaya Palana Simha, Jaya Palana Simha, Palana Simha, Jaya Palana Simha, Jaya Pralana Simha, Pralana Simha, Jaya Pralana, Jaya Yashodamaya, Jaya Damodara, Yashodamaya, Jaya Damodara, Yashodamaya, Jaya Damodara, Yashodamaya, Jaya Damodara. Jaya Shalabam Shila, Jaya Shalabam Shila, Shalabam Shila, Jaya Shalabam Shila, Shalabam Shila, Jaya Shalabam Shila, Shalabam Shila, Jaya Shalabam, Jaya Giri Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Jaya Giri Jaya Vrinda Devi Jaya Tulasi Maharani, Vrinda Devi Jaya Tulasi Maharani, Vrinda Devi Jaya Tulasi Maharani, Vrinda Devi Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, 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 Jaya Gurudeva. Namo Vishnupadaya, Krishna-Kristaya, Bhutale, Srimati Bhakti Vedanta, Swami Siddhamine, Namo Vishnupadaya, Krishna-Kristaya, Bhutale, Srimati Bhakti Vedanta, Swami Siddhamine. Namaste Saraswati Deve, Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Sonamadi, Prastachare Sakarine. Namaste Saraswati Deve, Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Sonamadi, Prastachare Sakarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Jaya Nitai Jaya Hari Bol,
भजपकतवात्सल श्री गौर हरि श्री गौर हरि सहि गोष्ठ बिहारी नंद जसोमती चित हरि खेल हल दामोदरा ईशये कन बोबा मंदिरे बसी करह बोजान नांदेरा निदेशे बसी गिरिवर दारी बलदेवा साहा सखा बैसे सरी सरी सुप्ता सखारी बजी लालित कुष्मण्ड दलिदाना दुर्गा तुमी दधि मोचा खण्ड Dabora mas boda rotika britana Saskuli pista kakir puli payasana Kapura amrita keli ramba kirashara Amrita rasalanga Dvadasha pakora Luci sinisar puri Ladu rasa bali Bhojana kore na Krishna Hoye kutuhali Radhikara pakayana Bibida bhanjana Paramayanande Krishna Kore na bhojana Chale bale ladu khai Sri Madhu Mangala Bagala bajaya Deya Hari Bolo Radhikari gani heri Nayanera kone Tripta hoye khai Krishna Jasoda Bhavani Bhojanande piye Krishna Subhasita Bari Sabe mukha pakaloy Hore sari sari Asta mukha prakaliya Jata sakadane Anande vishrama kore Baladeva sane Jambula rasalane Kambula masala Tahake Krishna Chandra Sukhe Nijadeva Vishalaka Shiki Pucha Chamara Dulaya Apurva Sayaya Krishna Sukhe Nirayaya Yasomati Anga Priye Danishtaya Nito Shri Krishna Prasad Radha Unje Hoye Prito Lalithari Sakti Gana Avashesha Paya Mane Mane Sukhe Radha Krishna Guna একমাত্র যাহার আপমোরা ভোগারতি গায় ঠাকুর ভক্তি বিনোদ ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি শ্রী গৌর হরি সহি গোষ্ঠ বিহারী শ্রী গৌর হরি সহি গোষ্ঠ বিহারী নন্দ যশোমতি চিত হরি নন্দ যশোমতি চিত হরি ভজ গোবিন্দ গোবিন্দ গোপাল ভজ গোবিন্দ গোবিন্দ গোপাল ভজ গোবিন্দ গোবিন্দ গোপাল ভজ গোবিন্দ গোবিন্দ গোপাল গৃহে থাকো বনে থাকো সদা হরি বলে দেখো